Well, Vishay, I appreciate you scheduling a little bit of time to talk about the new Bold program with me, and that way we can share this information with our agents. I know you. This will be your this will be your second or third launch with the brand new Bold.
So this is our second launch. We're in, well, yours will be third. We're actually in our second launch. So we launched in October for the first round. We're doing it now in February. So you guys will be the third one.
Awesome. And the feedback I'm getting right now as I'm talking to our agents and they're seeing the new curriculum is how much revamped it is. The social media aspect of it, the different ways to communicate with people. What have you heard from the last two groups of agents that you've been in the Bold Room with?
They are loving it. Here's the thing. A lot of people were kind of on the fence about it because they've heard the word rewrite, rewrite, rewrite. And then they get there and it wasn't a full rewrite. It was some aspects were redone. And I was like, just trust me, just trust me. And this was all the bold coaches, just trust me. It is a new write, not a rewrite. And so now that they're actually seeing that it's brand new, like completely brand new from the bold truths to all the bold laws have been rewritten with the exception of 8. So we have 38 instead of 34, and 30 of them are new. The all the content, the mindset, the lead generating via social media, all of that they're so excited about. I remember people was like, I don't want to make phone calls and I'm afraid to cold call. That's gone. So they get to pick and choose. We call it dealer's choice. Whatever lead generation engine that they want to do, they get to do it. So if it's text, if it's social media, if it's email, phone calls, they can do whatever they want. So we got rid of the old way of cold calling, door knocking, and trying to get people to do all of those things into things that they're actually enjoying to do. And we record videos from right in the room. We teach them how to do it and they do it.
That's perfect. And I just think I had one of our agents the other day say in our office meeting that it just feels like it's updated to where the consumer is today.
Totally, totally. Like even with open houses, we're going to be talking about open houses, and it's not the old way of open houses. We're going to be talking about neighbors only open houses and how to draw a lot of traffic to them and how to not just go in like the typical agent, sign here on the sign-in sheet. And then when you get the sign-in sheet, it says Daffy Duck in
Yep. Yep.
the email, right?
Yep.
So we're teaching you how to get away from that and how to be more personable to build the relationship to get people to voluntarily want to give you the information and set an appointment.
So this really it goes back to like, as Jason and the team have said before, right? Leads versus contacts, right? So this sounds like it's very relationship based, and more towards the contact and the two-way communication versus the one way.
Yeah, and we're teaching them how to tie in their passion. What are you something you're passionate about? If you say, Zach, I'm passionate about golf, we're going to teach you how to take your love for golf and go turn it into a lead generation engine.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that's the fun thing because people will only really gravitate toward what they enjoy doing, and people
Yeah.
resist the things that they don't. So
Yeah.
we said, you know what? Let's go let them play more golf. Let's let them
Yeah.
play more tennis.
Yeah, for sure. Vishay, let me ask you this. I've got some agents that I think are excited for this for the first step, but they're still a little like hesitant to sign up, right? The accountability might be a piece that is a little scary for some people or the time commitment. What would you recommend for somebody who's like, I'm maybe 50%, maybe I'm 60%, but I need that nudge. What would you say is like for them to say, hey, this is worth stepping into this year?
So this is what I'm gonna say to anybody. If you have a so much business that you can't handle it and you've built the team and they can't handle all of the business, unless that's you, you need to be in bold.
I hear you.
So all of that, people say, oh, the time commitment. If you don't have a massive pipeline of deals, then you have nothing but time to
Yeah.
be in an environment with other like-minded individuals who is ready to level up and knock it out of the park. And we
Yeah.
know what the public said. Bold was too long when it was 7 steps. Well, guess what? It's no longer 7 steps. It's 6 steps. So, and because it's not just sitting in a classroom being talked at, right? We're literally 20, 30 minutes of content, go into an activity. 20 to 30 minutes of content, another activity. It is so many opportunities to lead generate in different ways while we're in there that the day goes by just like that.
That's a big one too, I think. We were talking about that as the team, and I think that engagement piece is huge. So I'm excited to hear that they'll have those opportunities throughout the day. And we did send a survey out the other day, and the feedback came back. There was three areas that our agents felt like they needed support or training. It was lead generation, which I think bold is always that answer. It was time management, and for our upper agents, it was that leadership piece. It was how do I run my team at a high level? And I think bold probably solves at a minimum two of those things, right? It's really gonna there'll be time management. Who am I? What's my life by design? And then the lead gen piece.
That's right. And I'm gonna tell you something else. We got some cool stuff coming out in April that they're not even seeing it in February. So
Okay.
we just got news to that, and I cannot wait to be able to share it with you guys. Another thing is that the get rid of the old thinking of what bold was, because that's what not bold is anymore. So
Yeah.
all the fluff, the frou-frou stuff, that is gone. We get straight down to business at step one. I'm not coming in there selling, selling, selling. You got to take bold. You got to take bold. We're going straight into production at step one. We've narrowed it down, the homework. So it's not we're giving you 50,000 things to do. We're giving you pretty much one thing to do. And that's something that you should already be doing throughout the day in your business. And so we're really focused on masterminds. We have like 3 mastermind sessions in every step where they get with their peers and talk about mastermind on certain questions around the topic we just covered, in addition to all of the lead generation activities we have throughout Bold.
Well, that's exciting. And I think anyone who's seen Gary Keller talk, I've never thought of Gary Keller as a rah, fluffy kind of guy. So, the program being rewritten by Gary, I can see it being very direct.
Right. And Zach, write this down real quick. You don't have to write it down, but just write it down. Write it
I
down.
got my pen. I'm ready to go.
Wealth building. How many people are literally understanding how to track their wealth? We're actually going to be doing that in Bold. So we're going to teach them how different investing strategies. We've never done that in Bold, like the Augusta rule. So we're going to be bringing that in. We're going to be bringing some of the top financial guru systems for investing into this Bold. So that's a huge piece, because people don't know when they can retire, because they don't know what that number is that they need to retire. So we're going to teach them how to start tracking that. I'm excited about that. We got a whole new listing and buyer presentation. So we're teaching them now how to, because what's been working in the past ain't working no more. I can promise you that. It's not working no more. So we're giving them new relevant stuff. And we're even giving them plays from the MREA playbook, like 50 First Dates from Scott Maloof, who's killing it out there in Austin, Texas, San Antonio, Texas. We're giving you Ken Pozak's social media ladder, who just did 9 million in GCI last year. So we have a lot of interesting things that we're going to be bringing. So get ready.
Well, we're excited, Vishay. We're excited to have you come into town in 2 weeks, and I appreciate you answering some questions for me, and we'll get this video out to our people.
Sounds good. Look forward to it.